to Wednesday and welcome to the Contrarians live chat. The topic tonight, album covers that look good on a t-shirt. The panel's here, the panel's ready, and we want to hear from you in the chat. Let's get started. Welcome to Wednesday and welcome to the Contrarians. I'm looking at the chat already, and the chat room is already on fire. I want to welcome everybody here tonight. We are going to talk about album covers that look good on a t-shirt. We want to hear from you. Jamie Laszlo really is the originator of this concept because this goes back a long time ago. But Jamie evidently has props for all of his t-shirts.
I have many t-shirts, so I grabbed 10. 11 if you count the one I'm wearing.
There you go.
Nice,
all right.
nice.
So we do want to hear from you in the chat. We want to keep this interactive. We do this because, well, for one, we want to turn you on to stuff. And two, we just like to talk music. And let's get started. I want to welcome Jamie Laszlo and Todd Evans. And, of course, Martin and myself are here. Let's do it. I think since this is really Jamie's topic, I think we'll start out with Jamie and we'll go Todd, Martin, and then myself, and we'll just loop around. So, Jamie, take us away. We're going to do 3, 3, and 4.
Okay. All right. Some of mine are pretty obvious. Some you wouldn't think would work on a t-shirt until you see it on a t-shirt. Quite like Imaginos BOC, you wouldn't think that would work on a t-shirt. And then I saw it, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty badass. I need to have that. The first one you would think, yeah, that would work on a t-shirt, and that is Crocus Headhunter. Like, oh, that would be cool on a shirt. And it is.
It works.
Yeah, that works. And when you see that, if someone didn't know who Crocus was, like, I don't know, someone younger or older, they go, wow, that's a really heavy band. No, they are not. Every time you listen to Crocus, you're reminded of how not heavy they are, aren't you?
I don't know. I like Crocus. I don't know. Well, I don't know.
Not
that one's pretty heavy. And then the other cool thing about Crocus is when they started coming back with all those other H albums, they have their reunion albums are really good. They're well put together. They're well produced. They're heavy. Yeah. Right. They've redeemed themselves after those hair metal years.
I hope they're not done. They might be, though.
I dig them.
You see the cover and you're like, yeah, that would work too. Mastermind, Monster Magnet. The big bull.
Look at that shirt.
Yeah,
wow. I see a theme going here with Jamie's.
Yeah. I love these shirts. And I tell you what, I'm afraid to wash these shirts. I am. So if you ever notice that I might be wearing a shirt under a shirt, it's because I wear it for this show. I don't want to dirty it, so I wear it over top a shirt, and then I put it back in the drawer. I don't want to dirty it just because I'm wearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my next one is as you guys know, I saw Pearl Jam recently in Vegas, and I was really hoping they would have the new cover on their shirts, and the front just says that very boring. But at least in the back, you have the cover of the new Pearl Jam Dark Matter.
Yeah, that was good.
I will say, remember when you would go to a show and get a shirt? And they had a Las Vegas with the date on it, and that's in the back, and I had to get that. And I bought 2 of these, one to wear, one to keep. I bought 2 of the other ones, one to wear, one to keep, and then I bought one for my wife. So I bought 5 shirts.
Nice.
But remember when you go to a show and like maybe wait in line for 10 minutes and get a T-shirt?
Yeah.
90 minutes it took. 90 minutes. It was about a quarter mile long, the line. And I was told it was like that noon until about 7 right before the show.
Jeez,
quarter mile long.
That's easy.
That's why I didn't get a Genesis shirt at that show last year. It was just insane.
Yeah. It's like over the past 3 years, it's insane.
Yeah.
Well, Todd and I were at the Geddy Lee thing, and it was manageable.
Even that was kind of chaotic. Yeah.
Well, only because when you bought a poster at the Geddy Lee book signing, you had to roll it yourself. Oh, there's a table over there. You can go roll your poster. It was all self. Yeah. You had to do everything yourself, and the poster wasn't easy to roll up.
I got a poster of Pearl Jam too, and you had to buy the cardboard thing to keep it in for $3.
Oh, I wish Getty would have had that.
So these bands are complaining about Spotify, but I don't hear them complaining about their merch tables. It sounds.
Yeah.
No,
$50
they're
a shirt,
not.
too. $45-$50 a shirt.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy.
Damn.
All right. Before we go to Todd, let's see what's going on here.
Did you do three? That was your third one?
Yes.
It was 3. Yeah.
Pearl Jam, Monster Magnet,
Well, you
Pearl-
didn't give me Pearl Jam.
Bad reputation.
I gave you like 3 lists because I updated them, and
Oh,
then
well,
you must have not gotten my very last
Jamie,
one.
you know I'm very simple.
Yeah.
I went with list 1. So, but
Uh-oh.
that's okay. Well, you'll
And
have
there's
some
the Pearl
bonus
Jam
ones.
cover.
All right. The examples
All
are
right.
coming in. Good
All
ones.
right.
Fast and Furious. We got Black Sabbath Born Again, says the Elder of Rock. Ashley Geisler says Buffalo, average rock and roller, not a great album, but a great album cover. Nazareth, Expect No Mercy. Absolutely, Jeff
that's a good
Halverson.
one.
That's a great one. Funkadelic Maggot Brain says D Rocker. I have a Thin Lizzy Bad Reputation shirt that looks awesome, regardless of what Martin P thinks. Yeah, it's a terrible album cover, but on a shirt, it's simple enough, right? Alice Cooper from the Inside would make a good shirt, says Logan Collins. We got Black Rose, black, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of black here. Alice in Chains, Jar of Flies. My favorite shirt was more on that coming. In the Court of the Crimson King makes a wicked shirt. Pretty scary. Styx, Mad of Miracles, Iron Maiden Killers, says Kyle. We got Dan here. Donald's here.
Man.
Wow, there's lots of Merciful Fate. Melissa, Don't Break the Oath. Yeah, pretty cool. Chrome Destiny's here. All right. Live Drums and Wires. Wow. Okay, they're on fire. You're right.
Yeah, I can't keep up.
Yeah. Over to Todd.
Todd, let's do it.
All right. Well, I had trouble picking out an album for this band, but I think that this is probably the most epic one. This is Amorphous Queen of Time from 4 or 5 years ago, and I just think this is a fantastic image. All of their artwork is pretty wild and beautiful, and so that would be the shirt that I want from them. And then I thought of this one right here, Utgard by Enslaved. I think that's pretty cool. And it almost, I don't like those shirts where the whole shirt is the image, but this one would probably work for that because it's kind of gray.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
Then keeping in the metal and sadness and birds category, Sky Void of Stars by Catatonia. I think this is pretty cool. Again, that would be another one that would be one of those whole image shirts. I think that would probably look pretty cool. And if you think I'm going to just talk about all my favorite bands tonight, you are correct.
Todd, we wouldn't expect anything less from you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I just wanted to give a little background. So, I mean, the whole thing with the shirts, it's obviously great merch. It's great advertising for the band. You could almost say, it's your personality walking down the street. Sometimes you want it to reflect, so you almost want somebody to start a conversation with you. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you think a shirt's too general and so you're not cool in it or whatever. So there's a lot of bands we probably wouldn't wear the shirt of. I look at my list, like I try not to, I don't want any shirts that are particularly profane because you don't want to have any sort of like complaints about you. That's another thing I think about. Pick good logos, classy, the right background, strong, simple image that we're seeing here. Jamie's bringing up a lot of symmetrical things, right? Four quadrants, 2 quadrants, not too messy, not too complicated. Umlauts are good. We're going to have some umlauts coming up. What else? Nothing that sometimes you don't want somebody to come up with you and make it be a conversation, right? You don't want anything too political. I happen to have some Roger Waters shirts, and I think about where am I going today in this Roger Waters shirt, right? Kind of thing, right? I've always found shirts with pictures of dudes on them as a little bit weird, right? And you know who does that a lot? Hip hop, right? You see those hip hop shirts where it's got this big head on it that's like 1.5 feet long, a picture.
Yeah, but those guys on those records can kick your ass.
Yeah,
So
I know.
it's
You wouldn't
they're
make
threatening.
fun of them, but I wouldn't.
I thought you were going to say, who does that? Pete Pardo.
Pete Pardo has guys on his show like that.
He has a million shirts. In fact, my first example here. So I'm going to go with Rainbow Rising. This always makes for a classy, cool shirt. you know, a lot of what you're seeing here, and I agree, are these shirts where you got a nice bold image that fades into a black background. So it's a mix between on, you know, full image, as Todd calls them, kind of shirt, and not. So you just put this on black and it seems like it's a full image one. But, you know, famously, I think Pete's worn these. I've seen Brian Slagle in his rainbow shirt. I've been on a lot of shows where people have worn this shirt. My next example, kind of a weird example, but I get a lot of compliments on this one on the street because I'm in Toronto, but Max Webster, Mutiny Up My Sleeve. You know, I like the fact that same sort of thing like the rainbow, it's on a black album cover anyways, but it's simple, it's understated, it's got the two lines going across like that. So it kind of fits nicely. And that's a shirt. A buddy of mine does some custom shirts. Brian Smolik out in Calgary, and he did that one for me. So that was kind of cool. But I get a lot of compliments because I don't think you can buy these Max Webster shirts, and people thought it was cool. The next one I wanted to pick is actually, no, Motorhead's next, right, Grant?
Yes.
Motorhead. So we've got, where did my little Motorhead graphic go here? So there you go.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this is as iconic as the Ramones logo. You see this all the time. You've got the great arcing logo. You've got umlauts. You've got something that makes you look more badass than you are. It's a little bit bikerish, but no biker's going to beat you up because it's not literally their colors or anything. But it's just such a cool logo, snaggletooth. It looks great on just white on black. It looks good with the red. So it makes for that really good, simple shirt. And that's why you see Motorhead shirts constantly all the time, right? So that is, what's that?
It's a lot like the Monster Magnus shirt I have.
Yep, absolutely. So that is my first three. Let's just take another quick look at the comments.
And I was going to say, if you're going to screen print that, that's just a 2-color job.
Exactly.
I like the idea that you're putting a shirt out simple but effective.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's cheap too. And plus, you know, people think you're kind of cool. Motorhead's a cool metal band to like, you know, it's a walk on the wild side kind of band, right?
Exactly.
We've got Jason has mentioned Candlemass, Epicus, Dumicus, Metallicus. We've got Witchfind, Give 'Em Hell. Yeah, that's kind of a rough drawing though. It's Virgin Killer. Yeah, that's a good choice, isn't it?
The original cover.
Yeah, I'll get you some trouble. Kiss Rock and Roll Over is an interesting one if it's on that color, I suppose, right? But it's good anyways. Nice, colorful, simple image. You know, blocks of color work good. We all know famously, you know, the cheap shirts from the 80s when you try to do color and you pick maybe 3 colors and they're that weird red and that weird blue and you try to make faces with it. It looks terrible all the time, right? Alan Parsons, iRobot. Oh, Peter's here. Queen 2. Bust be the best shirt ever, says Carl E. Scorpions Love Drive. Yeah, you get in trouble with that one. 10cc Deceptive Bends, Rush Power Windows. Yeah, they're coming in fast and furious. Headpins Turn It Loud. Rainbow Rising Rules, says Richie Blackmore's Wig, of course. ACDC High Voltage. Yeah, kind of a brown looking one there, but a good image. Bebop Deluxe Axe Victim. Gretchen goes to Nebraska, King's X. Wow, a lot of great examples here. And over to our fearless moderator.
Here we go.
I will say I bought some shirts, all over print shirts, off this shady website I saw on Facebook. Gave me ads, and I did see them about a year and a half ago. They had the original Virgin Killer T-shirt.
Wow.
Oh, that's bold.
I was like, who's buying this? Yeah. Who's wearing this? How is this on Facebook?
Yeah.
Well, some of these pedophile organizations, they all wear the same shirts, and that's what they wear.
Their meetings?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know for a fact, I'm assuming.
Well, and then, of course, if you want to go all the way, there was the famous Cradle of Filth shirt. Remember that one?
No.
No?
Oh.
With Jesus is a C word on the back in big white letters.
Oh,
yeah, that was a famous shirt. You saw that one around quite a bit.
Wow.
Like, wow. Okay, so yeah, you're hardcore.
When I was 19, I wore a Dangerous Toys shirt, and it said "Sporting a Woody" on the back.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Jamie, we expect that from you, though.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right, cool.
Grant.
I'm gonna go. This is a shameless plug. 2 weeks, because I'm all about doing shameless plugs. But I'm gonna bring up Nantucket. No Direction Home, because it's very basic. This could be, think about it a black T-shirt. It's great. No one knows this record, but 2 weeks, well, a week from Sunday, Pete Pardo and I are going to rank the albums of Nantucket. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Mark it on your calendars. And everybody's going, Nantucket. Yeah. Well,
You might get a little LGBTQ conversation with that one.
maybe.
You know?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Could you? I don't
Could
know.
be a new symbol.
I could be. I don't know. But anyway, tune in for that. And no, it wasn't my suggestion. So Pete Pardo, there you go. All right, my next one, I'm going to go with the Velvet Underground and Nico. Come on, this is iconic. You could put this on a black T-shirt. Of course, you might want to. Well, it could go on a white one, but you could put on a black T-shirt, but you better kind of adjust the color. Andy Warhol's signature might need to be modified a bit. But a white T-shirt, it's iconic, it's simple. It's a 2-color. Easy to produce. And it's kind of my whole goal here, but some of mine get a little bit more complicated.
And it's a band you're supposed to like if you're cool, but you never listen to their records, right?
I like the Velvet Underground.
I try all the time. I got my box set sitting there, and every few months, it's like I really got to try again. No, I don't like this.
I'm gonna get what Todd. What's your thoughts on the Velvet Underground, real quick?
Oh, I'm exactly the same as Martin.
Well, okay.
I think someday I'm going to have an epiphany.
All right,
I like your songs that are songs. Sweet Jane.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Songs
Well, throwing it out here. I'll have to get your thoughts on this next band. I don't think you've ever heard of them. Kind of like Nantucket. But I'm going to go with the first Rush album. Don't you think that this would be great on a shirt?
Yeah.
3 colors, I guess. Depends on how you print it. Depends on how you lay it out.
Like
I think
it could just be
all over.
two. Yeah.
I think it's good. It's simple. It's effective. And it's kind of exciting.
Work it into a tie-dye, maybe even.
You could work it into a tie. Of course. It's great. All right. So that's my number 3. Martin, what were you going to pick up? What were you doing?
Oh, I lost my audio for a second. So.
Oh, I thought you were going to get the Velvet Underground box set out.
Absolutely no.
We can all listen to it together.
I thought we'd have a
We're not going to leave until everyone likes it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. A listening party. All right, cool. So that was my number 3.
All right. Well, let's take another quick look over here. Getty had that logo shirt, but said it was rash. King Crimson Discipline. Oh, I love those King Crimson shirts. Yeah, and any of those. Yeah. Discipline, Beat, 3 of a perfect pair.
Oh, it has to be a yellow shirt, blue shirt, and red shirt.
Those are awesome. Yeah. Blood of the Sun, Death Ride, Uriah Heep, Demons and Wizards, Magician's Birthday. I think I've seen those before. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Yeah, I got a whole chapter in that Black Sabbath FAQ book about that album cover. I just still can't believe how they managed to put that on a major label. It just blows my mind. Yeah, Talking Heads Remain in the Light. Fly By Night. Yeah, you see, Rush is famous for these. I got a Rush example.
Yeah, you might be right. Maybe Fly By Night might be a better pick, but
yeah, it'd be pretty cool. Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
All right, over to Jamie for his next 3.
Okay, I don't know what list you have, Grant, so just try to follow my lead.
I will. I can wing it.
All right, I'm gonna go with Pallbearer and their EP, Fear and Fury. And it looks kind of busy, but I have a long sleeve, and it looks pretty cool.
Oh, that's nice.
Got the big wordings in the back, and all the cool metalheads have the writings up the sleeve, and you got to have that to be cool.
Nice.
And the next one is Rainbow, but Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. You're like, that on an album cover? Well, if you make it all purple.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, that looks great.
It looks really cool. And even, you're like, Rainbow, and people don't know what that is. Hey, it's Gay Pride Month. You just go down to the Gay Pride Parade and wear it. People are like, yeah, gay people.
Yeah. It checks all the boxes.
It checks all the boxes.
Yeah.
All right, that is good. That's a great one.
1, 2. And then my next one is Testament, Titans of Creation. And this is one of those all over ones that I bought off of Facebook and that shady website.
Wow.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
That is pretty cool.
Jeez. Cool. It's
Where-
loud.
Yeah.
Where do you wear that? To Walmart? Where do you wear that?
I wear it.
Easy.
Last time I wore it was on a video doing with Pete, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Wow.
wear it.
Very cool. Very
Look
cool.
Wow.
All right, let's go straight over to Todd.
All right. Well, the last section was metal section. This is the prog section, and this is IQ's dark matter. And as a matter of fact, I have the T-shirt, and I think that makes a really great T-shirt. And
So I can't tell. I'm trying to look. So what
tour
are the
stuff on the back?
So they kind of modified it. So they've taken like elements of the album.
Yeah,
cover
on the T-shirt they sort of added to it. They've got these other little heads kind of going all around it. But I think
That's
a pretty
19 years
awesome
old.
shirt.
That shirt
Yeah,
looks
Wow.
good.
I don't wear it much. If you stretch it out, the image sort of gets weird, and so it just stays folded up.
it grows more heads.
Yeah, and then I thought about this one afterwards, but I didn't have a shirt to show for it. I think that their latest album, Resistance, looks pretty cool too. I think that would make a cool shirt.
Yeah.
That's an extra one. And then this band has a lot of cool images, but I thought about maybe not this one because it's so busy and it's got so many colors, but I actually think it's pretty cool. I have seen full image T-shirts of this, and they're a little too much, but a little smaller image, and then you could stretch it out. You could put that in the back. That'd be cool.
It goes hand in hand with the rainbow shirt.
Absolutely.
And then this one, this is the Pineapple Thief, All the Wars, and I think this is a really cool image. There's another.
There's different variations
yeah.
of it.
I didn't realize that, and then the back of it looks like this. But yeah, I think either one of those would look cool on a black shirt.
Nice.
So yeah,
cool. All right. Let's take a quick look over to the comments. We've got Screaming for Vengeance. Yeah, I think that, that's like Don't Break the Oath, right? Where you put it on a yellow shirt. It would look actually really cool. Marillion, I agree. Todd, says Louis. Let's see. Low Hanging Fruit, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. Yeah, iconic shirt. That's a great shirt. You see that and the wall. You see the wall.
Dan Gauscher, the Hunt, the Thrill of the Hunt.
Obscure Canadian bands, The Hunt, Thrill of the Hunt. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, Martin, I was going to ask you, and I'm glad Dan posted that. Mm-hmm. Do you know the band The Hunt?
Somewhat. I don't quite remember them. I put them together with, Helix, all the H bands. Who are the other ones? There's Mad Cats. There's Hellfield. Yeah, that's another one.
Well, Dan turned me on to that. He said, Grant, you've got to check out The Hunt. So I bought they only have like 3 albums out, but I bought them, and those records, Dan has never swayed me wrong. Those records are excellent.
All right.
I would anybody out there in the comments, anybody watching, go out and check out The Hunt. Thrill of the Hunt, that's fine, but go out and check them out. I swear to God. It's like 1980, 81, 82.
Yeah. Well, how would you describe them? I don't remember them. I've owned them all my life.
If you like Zebra, you'd like them. If you like, it's kind of like, gosh, how would I describe it?
That's what I thought. General
It's kind
rock.
of like Zebra.
Undescribable. Couple of heavy tunes. Yeah. Lynx is like that. And
Lynx.
Scrub Along Joe. Like Canada had a bunch of those 1, 2, 3 album bands, right?
Yeah.
Rabbit, Zon. Right,
but they're very good. The production's great, songwriting's great, vocals are great, guitars are great.
Cool.
Whatever.
Wireless. There's another one. Let's see. We've got Logan Collins mentions Wild Dogs. Yeah, that's a great one. From the Rods, Shout at the Devil. Bangalore Choir on Target. IQ, Awesome Todd, Def Leppard, Hysteria. Man, I would disagree with that one because I don't like my Def Leppard. I don't like my color. I don't like my Def Leppard album covers. I just find those primary colors, right? Yeah, don't get me started, right?
Let's not get him all worked up, ladies.
Okay, so my next 3. My first one is Blue Oyster Cult, Blue Oyster Cult. And this is just a fond memory one for me, but we know it's an amazing, amazing shirt. This is about one of the, I would say one of the first 5 shirts I ever owned. It absolutely does not fit me. It's like a dishcloth at this point. But famously, Lars Ulrich has been seen in this one many, many times. But yeah, I got this in 1979 at the Blue Oyster Cult concert in Poughkeepsie. The back is this. It's kind of cool.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that makes an amazing one. And it's amazing because it is, they've added some blue tint to it, but because it's round, right? And metallic Gothic letters like that always look amazing on a t-shirt, right? So that's my first one. My next one is Rush Caress of Steel, which I just picked because I do have fond memories of how, Rush is really good at the merch with these full image shirts. And I've seen them for this. I've seen them for most of them, maybe all of them. But yeah, this makes a really cool one in neat colors. So it's just classy and burnished sort of, right? It looks kind of cool, pretty heavy metal looking album cover, literally,
Yeah,
right?
really.
And then my last one of this bunch is the Joy Division image, of course. What is this again? This is the sound wave of a distant pulsar star or something, isn't it? But yeah, so that's all there is on the cover, and then that's usually it is all there is on the shirts, and then it's supposed to strike up conversation. I'm sure, just like Ramones, a lot of people wear this shirt and don't even know what it's from. And then the back cover, of course, just has that on it, right? But yeah, just a nice, simple, understated. Kids these days go out and buy a lot of t-shirts of just like an image on it, right? And they say, oh, that's an interesting piece of art. It doesn't really mean anything, right? And it's wild. You walk into a store and you see so much of that, and that almost strikes me as that sort of thing, right? All right, so that is my next bunch. Let's go straight over to Grant.
Okay, here we go. And this might be low-hanging fruit for most people, but how can I not mention this? I'm going to go, never mind the Bollocks, here's the Sex Pistols. Come on, it's iconic. It'd be an easy screen print, and it makes a statement, kind of like the first Ramones album to some degree.
Well, now you're walking down the street in a pink shirt with Sex Pistols on it, and it's so punk rock. I mean, it's probably going to get you some comments, right?
It would look good on a nice tank top for a girl.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And that reminds me of the Robert Plant shirts that you could get on the second album. I remember seeing that tour super early and gave it to a girlfriend. It looked better on her than it did on me because it was gray. It was gray with pink and pastels, and it had the little marks and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So
I don't know. I think it's great. Iconic. Put it on the damn shirt. And was it Logan Collins? Someone mentioned this earlier. Kiss Rock and Roll Over. Yes, put that on a black shirt, for crying out loud, and wear it proudly. I think it's great.
Pretty cool, yeah.
I mean, it's a great album cover anyway. So if it's a great album cover and it can make that transition over, I'm down. Now this one, my next one, I'm thinking, my God, does this scream 70s? But it's also iconic. I mean, this is how you still kind of look at this band or this artist and associate this image with him. I went with Steve Miller Band, Book of Dreams.
Wow.
I mean, put that on a shirt. It's been on many shirts.
Now, what does that say about you walking down the street, right? I mean, you never see anybody in a Steve Miller shirt. It's like, wow.
Maybe in 77.
This is a new kind of extreme boomer walking down the street, right?
Oh God.
Yeah. Because that's crazy. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody in a Steve Miller shirt.
But that imagery is so iconic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Steve Miller in the 90s was almost like Jimmy Buffett, filling up amphitheaters. Everyone wanted to hear the same 8 songs. Yeah, just like an older guy known for his hits mostly with most people, and would fill up amphitheater with 20,000 people.
Do you guys, would you agree with this? Like, I always thought his music sounds dangerously close to children's music, right?
Steve Miller?
Yeah, it's got little doodads and little funny little things and little sound.
Oh yeah, little
But Martin, what period are you talking about? This period?
Well, I guess the big hits more than anything, right?
This period. I want to reach out and grab you.
And it's incredibly smooth and simple, right? It had that wings simplicity to it, kind of thing.
Yeah, I was never a fan.
I don't know, but I like these records.
But let's go over to the comments here. We got Raffi's Christmas album, says Richie Blackmore's way. What statement does that
Richie
make? Opeth still like.
I gotta find that.
Iron Maiden Killers. Yeah, Iron Maiden, a lot of iconic Maiden shirts. That's how they made their money, basically. Good old Derek Riggs. Synchronicity, Stanley Mouse, Spinal Tap, Smell the Glove, Jurassic Park. Ted Nugent Weekend Warriors. That makes an amazing shirt. That looks so cool.
Oh, you're way up high.
Who was wearing one of those recently? Oh, it was Ralph Vieira, right? Saw him in one of those. Looked mighty fine.
There it is.
Like a Roger Waters shirt, though. You want to go, where am I going today?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cream Disraeli Gears, Fabio After Dark. Depeche Mode, Black Celebration.
Fabio.
OE Low or Scary Monsters. Badfinger, No Dice, Magic Christian Music. That's pretty obscure. Peter Gabriel Melt makes a nice shirt. One day, I know I've done this at one show or not, but one day I'll for one of these shows I'll bring out my my Peter Gabriel Melt poster that I told you guys about this, right? That I bought on auction from Backstage Auctions. It's literally something like 256 square feet. It's like 4 folded up panels that folds out just to a massive wall poster kind of thing. It's like where do you even put this thing? It's hilarious. Let's see, Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet, Hawkwind, Sonic Attack. Yeah, Hawkwind makes great shirts. Yeah, incredible shirts. So all right, that was Grant, right? So over to Jamie.
Our last round. All right. Yeah. I will say I went to go see Steve Miller once in concert, and I just moved to Virginia. Pat Benatar was opening. I was like, I'm never going to find the place. Someone told me how to get there. Day of, I went there, went up, and I said, I just need one ticket. You know, if it's out on the grass, I don't care. She said, how's front row center? Like one ticket was sitting there forever. No one goes to a concert by themselves. Yeah. Laszlo shows up, takes front row center. I see Pat Benatar, and like, nice. Tino's got 50-cent drafts. I'm going to Tino's. Left before Steve Miller came on. The biggest Steve Miller fan in the world, sitting out on the grass, and I'm leaving front row center.
Wow.
I don't know.
Funny.
My next one is Yob, Our Raw Hearts. I really like this shirt.
I've never even heard of Yob.
Yeah, they've been around for about 20 years. They do some
doomy band,
doomy music. That's kind of heavy. Yeah.
That's a nice shirt. That's a cool image. Yeah.
This next one, I saw this band in Vegas in 2021. And this is why I bought so many Pearl Jam t-shirts, because I don't know why I didn't buy 2 of these. It pisses me off because I would hate to wear it and wash it out. But Danzig, his self-titled, is kind of on this shirt here that I really like. Yeah. And what's weird is he did, or I should say, they did Danzig 2 in its entirety, not the first album. So there's Las Vegas, Lucifage in the back with the dates. Why I didn't buy 2 of these is stupid, but that looks
no idea. But still, if they would have just produced just the regular album cover, would have been just fine.
Looks better than the Danzig 2.
Yeah.
Next one you wouldn't think is look cool, but this is like another one where I'm going to the grocery store. Should I wear this at Kroger at 9 o'clock in the morning? I don't know. It's the Cars Candy-O. But I think I saw this on a shirt at a record store here. I'm like, I need to have this. This is too cool. I wear it out on the deck.
I think you should wear it to the grocery store. Do it, Jamie.
Absolutely.
I have. I read it. I wore it to Red Robin, and like a 18-year-old kid was like, "Cool shirt, man." I don't know if he likes boobs or he likes the Cars. I don't know.
Yeah.
He could be like young Logan, who's like 20 years old and knows all these bands.
Yeah,
you know.
Maybe.
Nice.
The next one you wouldn't think it. You think it was too busy to be on a t-shirt, but Dio Dream Evil. I got this handmade. I got this handmade from like, I don't know, Netherlands or Switzerland or something about 15 years ago.
Wow.
So one of those full.
One of those cool ones. Yeah. And then it's got the back.
Wow. That's pretty wild.
So nice. Yeah, this is my night, like when I have to go to like church or something. This is
I always wonder. I don't know much about.
I go to my aunt's for Christmas. I got to dress up. Where's my nice clothes?
I'm not sure how they produced that though. I mean, is that printed into the material?
Soft.
What is it?
Really nice and light.
Nice.
It's a great shirt.
I don't know how they actually make those. I don't know.
Neat. All right, quick look at the comments. Any Death album, says Louis. We got Yanni, Keys to Imagination.
Yanni, yes.
Blackmore's Wig, Skid Row, Slave to the Grind. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Any Cynic album? Sticky Fingers with Working Zipper. There's a good one, says Jimmy Duster Music. Debbie Gibson, Electric Youth. Motorhead, No Remorse. Just another variation of Snaggletooth there. Toto 1 or 4.
I can't even.
What a statement does that make walking down the street? Toto shirt. Sisters of Mercy. There you go. You get a nice conversation with goth people with that one, of course. But Bad Company, Straight Shooter. There's a good boomer rock one. Another boomer one. Supertramp, Crime of the Century.
I'll have one of those.
Yeah. Okay. Steely Dan, Can't Buy a Thrill. The Sweet Strung Up's pretty cool album cover. Absolutely. Get that on like orange or something. Mahavishnu Orchestra, The Intermounting Flames, says Jason. Stephen Miller has like 20 top hits. Come on, says Dan. Yeah, I know. Rafi's Christmas. We're back to there. So, all right, over to Todd.
I'm pretty sure that Yanni comment was a joke, but the artwork on his first 3 albums was actually pretty cool.
There you go.
But I am right on the edge between Boomer and Gen X, so there you go. This one right here, Pylon Chomp. That makes a good T-shirt. And in fact, I looked it up a minute ago. There are more than 3 or 4 different sources where you can actually buy this on a shirt. So I think that's a pretty cool image. My next one is Riverside ID Entity from last year, and I think that's a pretty cool image. It could go on a white shirt.
Yeah,
I think that would look really nice.
My problem with white shirts is I get a stain on it about 15 minutes into wearing one.
Yeah.
Well, Jamie, you can't eat in your concert shirt.
I know.
No barbecue, none of that stuff that you post on Facebook.
I get heat up sauce on it, and
if you were wearing a black shirt, you wouldn't spill anything, but only when
you don't notice it. The stain doesn't show like a white.
Yeah.
You're just doomed.
And then my next one is Spock. I tried to figure out which Spock's Beard album I was going to pick, and I picked 5. I think it's really cool, and I have seen full image shirts of this, and very cool image, I think. And then related, Transatlantic, the Whirlwind, I think would make an awesome shirt. I have seen these too, and they look pretty cool.
Yeah,
just great color in that image.
Yeah, I love it.
Nice. Very cool.
Thanks.
Cool. All right. My final 4 is going to start with Porcupine Tree, The Incident. So there you go. And I only picked it because I have it, and I've always liked it. I've gotten compliments on it. It's really cool with that hand coming out of it like that. And it's just good understated colors, right? I like the kind of mix of the muted yellow and the blue, and then it all fades into back nicely. And then on the back of this, you got the tour dates, which looks pretty cool too. So yeah, I like these. I like these nice understated shirts like that. So I thought that was cool. And then the next one is another one of my favorite ones that I have as a shirt is and one of my favorite bands, Clutch, Earth Rocker. And what I love about this situation is when I interviewed these guys about it, they said that the artwork was a little bit influenced by like the inner sleeve to Black Sabbath Never Say Die. Kind of, it's got a graphic thing. So I love that story, that vibe. And there's my shirt from 2009. I actually still wear this, but it's pretty much fallen apart at this point. But yeah, it looks good on there because it's round. It's very colorful on a black background. I get a lot of compliments on this. People love this shirt.
Yeah.
And then
I saw him on that tour as well.
Yeah.
Wow, look at those tour dates. Wow.
Oh, does it say Columbus? I was at that one.
Yeah, Columbus. Let me see here. So Columbus, they started in Cincinnati. Mine is on here. I know Toronto is here somewhere.
Columbus. Well, they were part of a festival here in Columbus.
Oh yeah, there we go, near the end. So it looks like that would have been August 10th, 2019. Hang on, no, 2013. Sorry, I said 2009. It's 2013. Yeah, so Toronto was April 10th, Or maybe that's a 5. Yeah, everything Clutch does is fancy. So even all their fonts, they probably make them up themselves. They probably have a witch make their fonts for them, and basically there you go. But yeah, I mean their graphics are incredible.
That's my favorite Clutch artwork.
Yeah, it's so cool.
And in the comments, they like that shirt, so that's a good one. When I look at it, I think Hawkwind for some reason.
Yeah,
it has that kind of vibe. Yeah,
it does have that vibe, doesn't it?
And then very related, same colors. I'm going with Mastodon. I don't have a shirt of this. This is Blood Mountain, but all of theirs would look great on a shirt, and they do, and you see them a lot. And obviously a very similar sort of band.
Weird,
Clutch, right?
I have 5 different Mastodon shirts upstairs.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah.
Something's weird about the graphic when I click at it. Oh no! Look! Oh no! I screwed it up.
What?
Well.
What
no,
happened?
it says Mastodon, but it's got a different image on it.
So, and same kind of music as well, which we would class as smarty pants metal, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. The snobby musicologists of Mastodon. And there you go. And my final one is Thin Lizzy, Johnny the Fox.
Oh, look at that! I screwed up the last 3 graphics.
That's okay.
It kind of looks the same.
But same colors, same look. So I've had 3 in a row that are kind of themed together. But I have seen this on a full shirt. I think Pete has one of these that actually is on a brown shirt, and it looks really nice. But yeah, great Jim Fitzpatrick, Celtic knotwork art all over it, right? Let me see if I could show you this too. I always thought this was really funny. See if I can get really close, move my finger there. I always thought that thing there looked like a hacksaw. I don't know. Looks like he's got hacksaws.
Yeah, it does.
Great artwork there. There's the band on the back, but
cool on the back.
Again, that looks cool, but I don't like shirts with the guys on them. Now I don't have any shirts with pictures of the guys on them. I just don't like that, right? Especially if it's photographs, and especially if it's really big, especially if it's a one guy solo artist, right? It's like you're weirdly into this cult of personality that you like the person so much that you want their head bigger than your head on the front of their.
Come on, Martin, you've got a Rex concert T-shirt.
It's like having a Steelers shirt.
You've got a Rex shirt. Come on,
of Terry Bradshaw.
Jamie's making a great point. I walk around the football things, right? And yeah, a normal Buffalo Bill shirt is fine, but a picture with a big Buffalo Bill guy on it.
You don't want Jim Kelly, his face.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to hate one of my picks then.
Well, I just had a quick honorable mention that I happen to have handy, but this is always such a cool shirt too. The
yeah, that's perfect.
I've been thinking about buying one of those.
Another one from 2013, same thing. And they put the set list on the back, kind of, or the names of the songs, anyways. But yeah, these always look cool because they're just good, flashy. Well, just like the other ones, they're yellow and orange and metallic looking font on a black background. So there you go. Those are my last ones. Grant, before we go over, let's just take another quick look here. Circle Jerks Group Sex. We've got Depeche Mode Violator. We got Bedtime for Democracy. Every Phil Collins album in his face. Yeah, imagine a full fleet of Phil Collins shirts. Sacred Reich, The American Way. Motorhead 2. Let's see, some Aussie shirts. Funny, I have a whole bunch of American Dog shirts to keep it at Columbus, right? And tons of them, right? And but they're they've got guns on them and American flags and stuff. And I kind of being in Canada, you wonder where to wear that too. They've got the nice catchy title, red, white, black, and blue, stuff like that. So Deep Purple Battle Rage is on, pretty good one. Heart Dog and Butterfly. But yeah, love my American Dog, and I love my American Dog shirts. So Assault Attack. All right, over to Grant.
Okay, here we go. Well, you guys aren't going to like. It's getting worse as I keep going. But someone mentioned this in the chat, and I agree with them 100%. Come on, what looks better on a T-shirt than this? First Boston album. Come on.
That's a
You
good one. Yeah.
put this T-shirt on in your 71 Nova with an 8-track player. This is blaring. Come on.
I had a Third Stage shirt.
That's not good enough.
Oh,
This is better. This is more iconic. Third Stage people are going, not here, not here. So that's why I'm going with.
Out a big long Tom Schultz face, this big.
Yeah,
right from here all the way down, right?
I don't think I'd be into that, but all right. But this is probably as bad. Maybe okay. All right, I'm going to show you. I'm going to go with Angel for one because the logo's cool. But I picked Sinful. Even though the boys,
you'd get a lot of whistles with that one. Walking down.
Well,
No, thanks.
I thought it's
I'm
still
not
cool.
wearing that on.
Why? They look cool.
They do.
That's
Yeah.
cool. I don't know.
Todd, do they
Even
look
in the
cool or
80s,
not?
when I first discovered the
Yeah.
band, I was like,
Yeah.
huh.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm
Would you
not
wear
tough
white
enough to
hot?
fight my. I'm not tough enough to fight my way out of the schoolyard wearing
Would
that
you
one.
wear
I'm
a
gonna
shirt
get
with
me
white
one of
hot,
those.
Grant?
I'm gonna get one of those. Damn it! And I'll prove you
Shirtless
wrong.
Angel. Would you wear a shirtless angel on a shirt?
But the logo's cool. If we could get something with maybe the first album.
Just the logo on a blue shirt.
What about the first Angel album?
And then the guy smoking
You
in the
should have picked
backstop.
that, Grant.
I don't know.
And
I know.
You can get just the logo and walk on your hands down the street.
Grant, and then exactly, and then the guy's shaking you down for money when they pick you up by your boots and shaking your money out of you. The logo's still reading right.
If
right?
you got enough money for dumb shirts like that, then you got enough for me.
All right, this is not a good shirt. All right, I hope Todd backs me up on this though. How about the first Devo album?
Yes.
Come on.
On a yellow shirt, yeah.
On a yellow shirt? Come on, this is good.
That's
It's
great.
fun. It's fun. And then this one, I'm surprised Martin didn't mention this. I'm going to deduct points. But come on, the first Stars album, if you just come on.
I have that shirt. I should have brought it out.
That's meant for a t-shirt. It's simple. You're advertising the band. It's perfect. What a great album. Oh.
Very cool.
There you go. So at least I came up and redeemed myself. Let's
Nice.
leave on this one now.
Yeah.
That is
Exactly.
sinful.
Let's see.
Greg
let's see what else
Jafria,
we
his
got.
hair is fine.
Ashley's brought up the Clash London calling. We've got the Wombles. Yeah, where did that go? Yes, I'm down with Devo. Jefferson Airplane, Bark, Inner Cover, The Fish with Dentures. Lee Aaron, Body Rock. There we go. More mentions for Devo. Genesis, Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
On a white shirt.
That'll work. That'll work.
Sweet, Give Us a Wink. We got here. Green Jello, Serial Killer. Remember when that was a big hit? That was crazy. Angel White Hot is an improvement over this one. Frank Zappa is laughing his ass off. Creatures. Yeah, exactly. Punky Meadows. Monkey's Whips. Journey Departure. Molly Hatchet, Flirting with Disaster. Angel Debut is actually pretty cool. The big logo. Right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. All right. Well, wrap her up, Grant.
I guess we're done. Gosh, we're early. All right. I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming on. It's been another fun show. I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave Angel up there just because. But I want to thank everybody for coming. If you'd like to be on these chats, we'd love to have you over there in the Contrarians. We do have a Patreon. You can join that. There's discussions on there all the time. And it's just a great community, you know. Everyone here knows it's a great community over here in the Contrarians. We also have a Ko-fi. Please, if you'd like to donate that way, please, we'd love for you to buy us a pint or a cup of coffee. We'd love that. And we also like donos. And I didn't see one dono on this show, for God's sakes. But that's okay. It's good.
I got to learn how to do that. That's probably kind of tricky, but there's a lot of times I want to do that. And I just figure it's too hard to learn, you know, for someone as old as me, but I'll figure it out.
But we appreciate everybody coming on here. It's a community. Now, before we get off of this show, I'm going to plug something on Grants Rock Warehouse. Oh, this Sunday at 8 p.m. In the warehouse, we're doing a Yacht Rock listening party. Most of these people that are in the chat already know. Pete Pardo will be on the show live with me for 2 hours playing Yacht Rock. He's already given me his tracks. I've yet to put the show together, but I will. But we will be live. We want to see you in the chat. We want to keep it interactive. Pete's going to talk about the tracks that he likes to turn you on to this stuff. So please come by the warehouse. It's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. But other than that, we'll be back here next week. Same time, same channel. I don't know what the topic is. I will work on it. We'll have a couple of different guests on here, but we'll be back on Wednesday for more goodies. So
Nice.
All right.
that
Excellent.
pretty much did it. All right, everybody. We'll see you. Have a good
Thanks,
one.
folks. Talk to you
Bye.
later.